My name's Alane Pearce, and we've been coming to Severn since 2012. When my husband and I got married, we both, grew up in Christian homes. We both decided that we wanted to put Jesus first. We knew that Jesus needed to be the center of our marriage. So it was about a little over 20 years ago when we had our firstborn son. His name was Andrew, and he was the pride and joy of my life. I always wanted to be a mom. It's all I ever wanted to be growing up. And when I held him in my arms that first time, I was so fulfilled, and I just knew that this was my purpose, this was my calling. His heart wasn't able to pump the oxygenated blood through his body, and we rushed him to the ER because he was dying, he was suffocating. And when Andrew was 15 days old is when he died. God was capable of healing him. And that's the first thing we did, was pray. And we believed that God would heal Andrew. And he didn't. And that was a really hard thing to come to. I had to decide, am I going to follow God, to love God when I feel like he's abandoned me? Or am I going to hold on to my faith because of what if Jesus already did? And the question it came down to is, did I believe that Jesus was enough? And in the darkness of that grief and in that depression, I knew I couldn't do it alone. And I knew that nobody could help me get through it but Jesus. And so instead of running away from him, which is what I first wanted to do because I was mad, I ran to him. Jesus was real. And the more I read in the Bible, the more real he became. He died early on a Saturday morning, Friday night, but the next day was Sunday. And we had always been to church, and so it didn't feel right to not go to church in our time of hurting. I think if we had been in our home church, our friends would have comforted us. But because we were in a church where we didn't know anybody, God comforted us. I don't even remember what the sermon was about necessarily, but I remember that the first song he played was, "Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all pain is gone." Jesus is important to me because I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that without Jesus, I don't think I ever would have come out of that darkness, of that grief, because that's a lot of loss, and that's a lot of pain, and his love makes me able to face tomorrow. He knows loss. God knows what it's like to lose a child.